Hi everybody. Is anybody there?
And
that's
here.
Instagram Live over there as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how to tell if people are tuned in.
Wait,
But if you are, give us a like or a hello or a wave or something. One person watching allegedly. 11. Okay. Here they come. Hi everybody. Independent of Any Love Volume 2. It is coming up for 8 p.m. and that means it's a very special moment because this is going to open my front door. And at 8 p.m. we're going to do the clap for the NHS, for key workers, for people who work in social care and all that kind of thing. So, we're nearly there. So I'm going to make sure the cat doesn't escape. This is our life. This is my wonderful wife, Jess.
Hi!
Hello, that's the coat rack over there. Everyone on Instagram Live. There are people on Instagram Live. That's amazing. And it's 8 o'clock.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. Just about hear people. Hello, anybody through there? You can just about hear people clapping in the streets. It's a wonderful, beautiful thing. To the NHS, everybody. There's more neighbours as well. We'd be lost without you. This one's for all of the NHS people who work in social care and all the rest of it. Thank you very much. Awesome. Alright, well, keep clapping, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get this live stream set up so that we're ready to go in a couple of minutes. Hello! Hi, we're back. Okay, did the cat escape?
The
cat did not escape. Alright, so let me now set this up like it was before. That goes there. This being the second Independent of Any Love, my sign has got slightly more high-tech. There it is. It's now a freestanding thing. And that brings us to the opening fact of the show. I think I was going to put that one just there, that should be right. Can you see me on Instagram Live as well? Hello. Right, we have a double live stream going on. Hi everybody, Frank Turner, Independent of Any Love, Volume 2. And as the sign was already given the game away, today we are raising money for my very dear and good friends at the Joiners Arms in Southampton, one of my all-time favourite venues. We're going to talk about it quite a lot, but same deal as last week. Essentially, you do not have to give money to be tuned into this, okay? It's not a thing that everybody has to do. I understand that not everybody has the funds right now. Some people gave money to previous fundraisers. That was hugely appreciated. We raised about 10 grand from Nambuka. This is a beautiful thing. But if you have spare cash lying around, I mean, certainly I don't know about anybody else right now. I'm not spending any money at all because I can't. But if you have spare cash, or if you're drinking a can of beer that would have cost you £5 at the bar, that cost you £1 from the supermarket, that's £4 you could throw in the pot. And it doesn't matter, throw in the pot. It doesn't matter how much you give. If you can give it just £1, that's going to make a difference. We're talking about people who work incredibly hard for low pay to keep live music alive, and what we're doing tonight is giving something back to those people, because without them, we'd have no live music scene, and once all of this shit is over, we want to still have one. Anyway, tonight I'm going to be playing in full an album that features this very guitar on its front cover, and let's get started. This song's called I Knew Proof Rock Before It Got Famous. Let's begin at the beginning. We're lovers and we're losers. We're heroes and we're pioneers, and we're beggars and we're choosers. We're skirting around the edges of the ideal demographic. We're almost on the guest list, but we're always stuck in traffic. We've watched our close associates up and play their parts. They're chatting up the it girls and they're tearing up the charts, while we were paying with coppers to get our rounds into the bar. With the C-Team and the almost famous old friends of the stars. Now Justin is the last of the great romantic poets. He's the only one among us who is ever gonna make it. And we planned a revolution from a cheap Southampton bistro. I don't remember details, but there were English boys with banjos. Jay is our St. George, he's standing on a wooden chair, and he sings songs, he slays dragons, and he's losing all is get another round in at the bar. Awesome. So I think we've lost Instagram Live. I don't think that my internet connection can handle live streaming two things at the same time. If there is anybody here paying attention, I'm doing loads of stuff on Instagram Live tomorrow. So if you're an Instagram person, we'll take care of that. Anyway, moving swiftly onwards with that. The next song on this record, Reasons Not to Be an Idiot. This was the first song that I ever really did that got anywhere in a more kind of above ground kind of way. It was the iTunes single of the week in 2008, and I think it was a lot of people's first time listening to me. I listened to. I actually wrote this song about a day after we finished making Sleepers for the Week, and it was like, no, that song needs to go on that album. But I just thought I'd save it for the next one. I've got a slightly different way. Oh, there we go.
Sorry.
There
There
we go. I've got a slightly different way of playing this, which makes a bit more sense solo, but it's the same old song. The song's called Reasons Not to Be an Idiot. You're not as messed up as you think you are. Your self-absorption makes you messier. Just settle down and you would feel a whole lot better deep down. You're just like everybody else. She's not as pretty as you think she is. Just picture her when she's whiskey sick. I bet she sits at home and she listens to the Smiths deep down. She's just like everybody else. So why you sat at home? You're not designed to be alone. You just got used to saying no. Get up and get down and get outside. 'Cause it's a lovely sunny day, but you hide yourself away. You've only got yourself to blame. Get up and get down and get outside. He's not as clever as he likes to think. He's just ambitious with his arguing. He's club and dancing, and he can't hold his drink deep down. He's just like everybody else. I'm not as awesome as this song makes out. I'm angry, I'm no winning, I'm sketching out. I'm building bonfires of my vanities and doubts to get warm. I'm just like everybody else. So why you sat at home? You're not designed to be alone. You just got used to saying no. Get up and get down and get outside. 'Cause it's a lovely sunny day, Is Instagram?
I can't get Instagram working. Your phone's on me, but we can do it on my Instagram for people.
The connection wasn't. Apologies to anyone who was watching this on Instagram. But hi,
guys.
We're all here. We're raising money for the Joiners Arms. You do not have to contribute to be part of this live stream, but if you have a spare couple of quid lying around, the Joiners is a venue that plays an enormous role in my own personal musical history. When I was roughly 13 years old, the first proper gig that I ever went to, and my mum banned me from going to shows when I was a kid, when I first got into music. But the singer in this band's mum was friends with my mum, which meant that my mum felt comfortable about it. There's a band called Snug. They're a British pop punk band from the 90s. They had a killer song called My Girl Keith. I have no idea if it's still out there in the world, but you should check it out. One Ed Harcourt was the guitarist in that band, and he hates me telling this story. Hi, Ed. But essentially, yeah, so Snug were playing at a venue on St Mary Street in Southampton called the Joiners Arms. And my mum decided I could go. I'm reasonably sure I was too young to be there anyway, thinking about it now as an adult. So Pat, I apologise for busting into your venue as a 13, possibly 14-year-old. But hey, fuck it, we're here. But this is my point, is that without the Joiners, I wouldn't have seen my my first live music experience. Million Dead played there a whole bunch of times, including our last ever show on the 23rd of September 2005. I have played there more times than I've had hot dinners. And everybody at the Joiners is family to me now, whether you're talking about Sean McGowan or Pat or Richard. These are the people who they do an incredible service for the underground live music industry in Southampton. And so I'm going to play them a song. This one's for everyone at the Joiners. This song is called Photosynthesis. One, two, count on. 1, 2, 3. Well, I guess I should confess that I am starting to get old. The latest music fads are passing by and left me cold. All the kids are talking slang, I won't pretend to understand. All my friends are getting married, mortgages and pension plans, and it's obvious my angry adolescent days are done. And I'm happy and I'm settled in the person I've become, but that doesn't mean that I'm settled up and I'm sitting out the game. Time may change a lot, but some things they stay the same. And I won't sit down, and I won't shut up, and most of all, I will not grow up. And I won't sit down, and I won't shut up, and most of all, I will not grow up. Well, maturity is a wrapped up package deal, so it seems. Ditching teenage fantasy means ditching all of your dreams, all your friends and peers and family. Solemnly tell you you will have to grow up, be an adult, yeah, be born and unfulfilled. Oh, but no one's yet explained to me exactly what's so great about slaving 50 years away. Something that you hate about meekly shuffling down the path of mediocrity. Well, if that's your road, then take it, but it's not the road for me. I won't sit down, and I won't shut up, and most of all, I will not grow up. I won't sit down, and I won't shut up, and most of all, I will not grow up. And if all you ever do in your life is just photosynthesize, then you'll deserve every hour of your sleepless nights that you waste wondering when you're gonna die. I hope you're all singing along at home. I'd love to say that I could hear you. Anyway, I'll play and you sing. The public wait for the evening to begin. And one play and everybody will sing. The public wait for the evening to begin. And it won't sit down, and it won't shut up, and most of all, I will not So on last week's live stream, a couple of people were giving me shit for drinking Red Stripe, and actually the wonderful people at Top Rope Brewing got in touch, and they have sorted me out with some beers. And this is I'm about to try a Cold Stone Cream Austin, which is an ice cream pale ale. The more important point about this is an independent business. They are struggling just as much as anybody else right now. So if you're in the mood for buying beer, try and buy independent if you can. TopRopeBrewing.com. Let's see how this goes.
Creamy?
Yeah, it's kind of ice creamy. Very
Yeah,
nice.
it's ice
Anyway,
cream bit.
I'm not doing a product plug necessarily. What I'm saying is if you can support local and independent businesses around you during this trying time for all of us, that's going to go a lot further than supporting large corporations. So please do that if you can. The next song on the record was me trying to get to grips with country music. I was listening to a lot of stuff like George Jones and Merle Haggard when I wrote this song. But you know, I grew up listening to bands like Descendants and NoFX as well. I'd love to hear Mike cover this song one day. This song's called Substitute. If he could. First girl that I fell for was a fair and faithful fighter. She smoldered with her will to save the world. Did my best to help her, yeah, I stood shoulder to shoulder on the front lines with my visionary girl. I wish that she had cared for me, but in the end her ideologies occupied the fortress of her heart. I wrote her 15 songs, but still we had to part. And if music was the food of love, then I'd be a fat romantic slob. Music, it's my substitute for love. The last girl that I loved, she was a low and lusty liar. She set my heart on fire, but she made me choke. Her beauty was a sight to see, but she didn't save it all for me. I found other fires by following the smoke. I wish that she had either cared for me or let me be, but she changed sleep from my mind and from my home. I wrote her 16 songs, but it ended up alone. And if love was really all that we need, then even all my singing is never gonna save me. Music, it's my substitute for love. Well, I've had many different girls inside my bed, but only one or two inside my head. These days I'll cuddle up to my guitar instead. But I'm what I would give, not to stumble but to really fall in love. And I could substitute my singing for the sound of someone sleeping next to me. And it's worth saying that there was a happy ending to this song because right over here is Booty Cat. I'm kidding.
Your true
Is
love.
my incredible, wonderful wife. How's the internet doing? How do
Great,
I
they're
put-
lovely. They're
Yeah.
having a lovely time.
Everyone's having a good
Sorry
time.
about Instagram, but I'm trying to let everyone know.
Okay, yeah, I do apologise, Instagram, for being unable to stream as well. So what are we saying here? Moving on. This is a song. It's a song I didn't play for a really long time, and I started playing again recently and remember that I really like it, even though it doesn't really necessarily apply to my life all that much anymore, but that's the beauty of songwriting, is that it sticks around. I actually played this song on the piano on the record. There is a piano right there. I've not practiced it, so I'm going to play it on the guitar instead. This song is called Better Half. Oh, my friend loneliness, where have you been? You left me to the lure of a lover who left me alone. Now you come crawling back, and I'll let you in. And we'll slip back in a cruise that we caught in ourselves long ago. But there must be a better heart somewhere out there, and she lives a better life, a life that she shares with a better man, a man who is there when she calls in the night. He says, hey, it's all right. Oh, my dear distance, I met you before, longing for a lover who's lost on a far distant shore. And all my imperfections are all that remain. And the days when I'd love you and I'd leave you and you wish that I would stay. Must be a better heart somewhere out there. She lives a better life, a life that she shares with a better man, a man who is there when she calls in the night. Who says, hey, it's all right. I know what she looks like, her face and the rest, skin and the rest. I know the feel of her soul, but God help me, I just cannot find her address. Oh, how I tried, but now all that is left is my old friend's distance and sweet loneliness. There must be a better heart somewhere out there. She lives a better life, the life that she shares with a better man, a man who is there when she calls in the night. He says, hey, it's alright. Hey, it's alright. Hey, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Thank you very much, Better Half. If you're just tuning in, Independent Vanity Love Volume 2, it's the Join Us Arms fundraiser. There is the link. You probably know what it's all about by now. And I'm playing Love Iron Song in full. This record came out 12 years ago, and it went gold the other day, which is a fucking crazy thing to say out loud. So for anyone who picked up a copy over the years, thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. And that's just in the UK, and it's done well outside as well. So much joy and rejoicing. This is a song, the next song on the record, which I had a bunch of kind of like slightly kind of deliberately Springsteen-y stage raps, stories I used to tell for this song. I used to tell one about getting kettled at a demonstration with my recently ex-girlfriend, which is a true story, but I'm sure some of you have heard it before. And I told another story about cops at one point. But I was telling one of my stories about cops. I'm pretty sure it was at the House of Blues in Orlando, Florida, when we opened Social Distortion. And afterwards, I was at the merch table, and this insanely huge fucking car park of a human, just really tall, muscly dude came over and said, "I'm a cop," and I was like, "Oh, fuck." I've just made an arsehole of myself. And we actually ended up having a really lovely conversation. And I know that cops isn't necessarily what we're talking about when we talk about clapping for the key workers, service workers, all that kind of thing. But certainly as an adult, I'm a little bit more appreciative of what the police do than I was when I was an angry teenager. And he gave me my first ever challenge coin, which I now collect, and my challenge coins are up there. You can't see them right now, so this story's pointless. This song is called Love Iron Song. Well, a teacher of mine once told me that life was just a list of disappointments and defeats, and you could only do your best. And I said, well, that's a fucking cop-out. You're just washed up and you're tired. And when I get to your age, well, I won't be such a coward. But these days I sit at home, I'm known to shout at my TV, and punk rock didn't live up to what I'd hoped that it could be. And all the things that I believed with all my heart when I was young are just coasters for beers and clean surfaces for drugs. And I packed all my pamphlets and my Bibles at the back of the shelf. So it was bad enough, the feeling on the first time it hit, when you realize that your parents and that the world will go to shit, and that the values and ideals for which many had fought and died had been killed off in the committees and left to die by the wayside. But it was worse when we turned to those kids on the left and got let down again by some poor excuse for protest, yeah, by idiot fucking hippies in 50 different factions who were locked inside some kind of 60s battle reenactment. So I hung up my banner in disgust and I head for the door. Oh, and once we were young and we were crass enough to care. I guess you live and learn. We won't make that mistake again, no. Oh, but surely just for one day, yeah, we could fight and we could win, if only for a little while. We could insist on the impossible. Well, we've been a good few hours drinking, so I'm gonna say what everyone's thinking. If we're stuck on this ship and it's sinking, then we might as well have a parade. 'Cause if it's still gonna hurt in the morning, and the better plans yet to get forming, then where's the homestead in the evening? Invading the old barricade. So come on, old friends, to the streets. Let's be 1905 and not 1917. Let's be heroes, let's be martyrs, let's be radical thinkers who never have to test drive the least of their dreams. Let's divide up the world into the damned and the saved, and then right to the valley like the old light brigade, and straighten our backs and we won't be afraid, and they'll celebrate our deaths with a national parade. So come on, let's be young, let's be crass enough to care. Let's refuse to live and learn. Let's make all our mistakes again, yes. And then, darling, just one day, yeah, we could fight, or we could win, but if only for a little while. We could insist on the impossible. Leave the morning to the morning, yeah, pain can be killed with aspirin tablets and vitamin pills. But memories of hope and of glorious defeat are a little bit harder to beat. Incidentally, I've sung that song on the other side of the Atlantic in Canada and the United States and Mexico and other places for many, many years. And at the end, it's always a battle because I always have to shout to pronounce that word properly. And the word is vitamin, ladies and gentlemen, not vitamin. It's pronounced vitamin. That is how you pronounce it. The language is called English. I'm English, therefore I win. Anyway, I'll get me in trouble. How are we doing, internet controller?
Good.
Someone's eating pizza right there.
Some pizza. Oh, good.
How's the fundraiser doing?
Brilliant.
Yeah? Okay.
5.5.
Huh?
5.5 grand.
£5.5 grand. Fucking A. Thank you all
Amazing.
very, very much for being part of this. That's an amazing thing. If you know, the fundraiser is going to stay open for a while. If you're waiting to get paid or something like that. And like I say, no pressure. No one has to donate to be part of this. It's a song I don't play acoustically all that often, and I did have this kind of slightly downbeat Leonard Cohen way of playing it that's on the first 3 years. And I was practicing this song earlier, and I just went, fuck it, man, I'm going to play it how it actually goes on the record. I love the fact that this song has a grammatical joke for a title. The chorus line, I was in perfect tense. Get it? Oh, I'm a total fucking winner, ladies and gentlemen. This song's called In Perfect Sense. Naked and wretched and retching on a hotel bathroom floor. Somewhere in the city, 3 days not sleeping, not eating, not feeling good anymore. Drenched in sweat and self-pity now. And it's not a pretty sight. What to say in my defense? I was in perfect tense. Used to have such balance, and I don't know where it went. Want to be my present sense. Shaking, I'm breaking, it's taking a long, long time to come down on this nervous medication. I've been trying to remember my reasons for running myself into the ground with such dedication. What to say in my defense? I was in perfect tense. Used to have such balance, but I don't know where it went. Want to be my present sense. It's not meant to be. I am lost at sea. Some mermaids sing to me. Better times are the things it could be. And a violence in the Mediterranean Sea. And a beating and sleeping in times when I should. And a washing and drinking the drugs in my blood. And I've nothing to say in my defense. I'm far from perfect, I'm still tense. They say that love could change you once. They say that love could change you once. Come on now, change me. I very nearly did Matt Nazir's piano line in that accent, though. And I ran out of strings. Speaking of which, first of all, let's hear it for the Sleeping Souls, who I'm missing very much at this moment in my life. And secondly, today is the wonderful Anna Jenkins, who is Matt Nazir's partner and who plays fiddle with me many times. Today is her birthday, ladies and gentlemen. So let's hear it for Anna Jenkins. Happy birthday, Anna. I'm changing guitars because that's the kind of posh fucker that I am these days. No, it's because this next song is in a different tuning. This tune is called Dad Gad. I learned about this tuning when we were actually making this record down in the Meehan Valley down in Hampshire at my friend Simon's house. And it's a kind of trad folk tuning. Zeppelin used it a bunch, but a lot of old folk people use it. And I picked up a guitar and wrote this riff pretty much straight away, and wrote the whole song in about an hour probably. So this song is called Take You Home. It goes like this. No, it doesn't. Hey! French kiss from a Parisian girl would capture an English boy. She comes from the channels of the distant shore, like the revolution at an amazing core, from a king's blood stain on a tricolor. The hopes are a little too high for an English boy like me. She doesn't know the island I grew up upon, the valleys and the hills and the road along, and she doesn't like my clothes and she doesn't like my songs. She's still my mademoiselle, and it goes to show you never can tell. She was a quiet one, she was a shy one, she was the prettiest at the show. Crept to society, she crept up behind me, but still she pretended that she didn't know. And then she fixed me, oh she kissed me, but she's yet to let me go. Though I'm far away, across the sea I'm seeing all the hope that she would ever remember me. So honey, when you're lonely on the road and you're all on your own, hanging outside at the back of the Facebook live stream show, picture me there with your hat down low, smile upon my face to let you know that I would like to take you home. And I would like to take you home to the hills that I know. And I would like to take you home to the places I go. And I would like to take you home. That's the way that a French kiss from an English boy was gonna capture that Parisian girl. Thank you. I'm going to have to keep apologising to my wonderful wife for songs for a good couple of albums yet. But there we go. That's to take you home. So, moving onwards. Independent Venue Week t-shirt, by the way. Independent Venue Week are supporting what we're doing here today. We are raising money for the Joiners Arms in Southampton, who need your help to survive this terrible time and to get through it. And all of your donations are hugely appreciated. What a shit time to be alive, huh? What a weird and shit time to be alive. And there are people losing their lives. John Prine is ill, which is a terribly sad thing. Adam Schlesinger passed away, which I was sad about. Eddie Large passed away today. And he was one of the old school musical greats in my opinion. So this next song is for anybody who's lost somebody, and it's for those who we have lost. I wrote the song for my friend Lex, and I like to think that she'd still be into it. The song's called Long Live the Queen. Both was working on some words when Sarah called me up. She said that Lex had gone to sleep and wasn't waking up. And even though I knew that there was nothing to be done, I felt bad for not being there, and now, well, she was gone. So I tried to think what Lex would want me to do at times like this when I was feeling blue. So I gathered up some friends to spread the certain news, and we headed to the city for a drink or two, and we sang. We lived to dance the day. It's just now we have to dance for one more of us. Stop looking sad and rest and sing with all of your hearts. Long live the Queen. Thanks. Thank you, darling.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
How's the internet?
The internet's gorgeous. They're all being so nice.
That's wonderful. I'm glad to hear it. Oh, I had a birthday shout out for today. Anna Baines is 21 today, apparently, or at least some point around now. And the 21st spent in lockdown. Not the most fun. I hope you're having a drink on me if drinking is a thing. Anna Baines, 21. That's right.
Yay!
All right, so we are getting through the record. This is a song that I don't think I've ever played solo ever. And there's nobody in this room who can disprove that assertion. I probably have at some point. Actually, I've done a solo rendition of this record before, so I must have done it at some point. But it's a rare thing for me to play this song solo. It's kind of a rare thing for me to play it at all. I do like the song. I wrote this record a long time ago, 13 years ago, and back then I was younger and my voice was more comfortable in high registers. It's a natural thing. As you get older, your voice kind of drops down a bit as a man. And there's a really high note at the end of this song, and I'm going to give it a go, but I am always put in mind of the occasion at the rescue rooms in Nottingham where I had food poisoning, and this song was about 2/3 of the way through the set, and I've been feeling a bit weird for a few songs anyway, and we got to this song, and with every passing section song I was like, this is fucking bad news. And then I did the high note, I hit the high note, hit it full voice, went, ah! And then immediately turned around and handed my guitar off to my guitar tech and was like, I'm fucking out of here, and ran into the dressing room and threw up my own pelvis and went grey.
Well, everyone should be grateful for that story, man.
But I'm not going to do that tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, so this song is called A Love Worth Keeping. Soundly at rest, phones and computers become me. Signals stretch back to the lands that I've left, and oh, in the quiet times, I count up the things that I lack and slip through the road lines, the trail of wandering back. Left you while you were sleeping, left you the warmth in your bed where I lay. You left me a love worth keeping, left me a diary to count down the days, and oh, in the quiet times, I savor the things that I miss and slip through the road lines. Wonder how I came to this. Guess you never know. Lost till have something to lose. Trust till you have something to choose. I got the high note! Yay! Excellent. Oh, the vagaries of aging. Right, so hold on, I've done the difficult one now, which means I'm going to treat myself to a tequila. Cheers, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope everybody's having a wonderful evening wherever you are in the world.
Who's watching you?
The cat is watching me, apparently, with a look of sheer horror on her face. Yes, thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm going to do another one of these next week, obviously. We'll talk about that in just a second. Just briefly, if there's anybody watching this who's from New Zealand or Australia, or anybody in that part of the world, I am aware that the time of day that I'm doing this currently is not brilliant for you guys, and indeed that right now I was supposed to be in New Zealand right now, I think. I am toying with the idea of trying to pick a date and a time that will work well for you guys to do a specific Antipodean? Yeah, Antipodean show just for you guys. So this is a song that's going to feature me tuning my guitar before I play it. This is a song that's about missing your friends, and it's an ironic time to be playing this song, because when I wrote this song, I sort of didn't see very much of my friends because I was on tour all the fucking time. And right now I'm not on tour all the time. I'm very much not on tour all the time. I'm at home, and I'm still not seeing my fucking friends right now because we're trapped in quarantine and lockdown. I have my wonderful wife and my cat looking out for me.
Lucky thing.
I am very lucky. I have friends who are self-isolating alone. If there's anybody watching this who's self-isolating alone, hats off to you. I hope you're looking after yourself and looking after your mental health and all that kind of thing as well. And stay in touch with people. We've started doing kind of like FaceTime chats. In fact, me and Matt Nazir had a pre-show shot on FaceTime before this gig started, just keeping up traditions. You know what I mean? Anyway, this song's called St. Christopher is Coming Home. Monday morning comes a crawling in from another weekend, choked with cigarettes and sin. And I've been busy so much lately, but every time I get some time to spend, I end up drunk or sleeping in. And I miss you, you're busy too. We call each other up when we're messed up and say we'll meet in the new year. But it's perfectly clear that we'll do no such thing come the spring. But when the evening casts its shadows on the corners of my days, and I am old and I am settled in the place where I will stay. When my wandering meanderings have finally reached their end, yes, whatever else may be, I will not forget my friends. friends, as I'm sure you know, there's one more song to go. Before we go, some kind of housekeeping bits and bobs things to talk about. First of all, thank you so much for tuning in today. This Independent Venue Love thing is a lot of fun. I'm pleased to say that there are some other people taking up the baton. The Music Venue Trust and the Independent Venue Week are behind it. Our very good friends in Ferris and Sylvester are doing an Independent Venue Love live stream tomorrow night to raise funds for Spiritual Bar in Camden, which actually happens to be where those two met. So if you're free tomorrow night, Ferris and Sylvester on their live stream. Their one last week was fucking amazing, so make sure you tune in for that. Myself, what am I doing? Tomorrow night, I'm at about 8 p.m. I'm on having a chat on Punks and Pubs on their Instagram. I will, of course, post links to this everywhere. And then from 5 p.m. till midnight tomorrow, my good friends at Calm, the Campaign Against Living Miserably, are running a kind of Instagram live party. And there's loads and loads of different stuff happening. They've got stand-up comedy, they've got cooking, they've got a pub quiz, they've got DJs, they've got live music, and I'm going to be closing it out. So I'll be on at about 11:30 in the evening, playing a few songs. Probably different to these ones, but we'll see. But that's all on Instagram Live, so if there's any Instagrammers tuning into this who are annoyed that the stream didn't work, I do apologise, but I'll be on your medium tomorrow. What else do I have to talk about right here? I want to say just one more time an enormous and massive thank you to Pat and to Ricky from the Joiners. First of all, just for sort of being the good guys. Do you know what I mean? Both in terms of shows I go to growing up and indeed as an adult, and shows that I've played over the years countless times at the Joiners. I once spent my birthday at the Joiners, played 2 shows, and got fantastically drunk afterwards. But you know, the Joiners is family to me, and it's the least I can do to help them out. So please, if you have a spare couple of quid lying around, it doesn't have to be anything more than a few quid. If you can throw it in, there's the fundraiser. Do we have a fundraiser update?
We're doing so well. We're currently nearly at £9 grand.
Nearly at £9 grand. Come on, we can beat that 10 grand target, ladies and gentlemen. We can do it together. And as ever, if you give money to a previous fundraiser, if you can't afford it, if you're one of the people who's finding life very tough right now, financially and economically, do not stress about it. This is not a thing that everybody has to do to be part of these live streams. A big part of the reason I want to do this, other than just kind of filling up my weeks, is because it does feel kind of communal, right? It does feel like you're kind of joining other people, and that's a wonderful thing. And this will end in time. But for now, we have live streams. Next week, Independent Venue Love 3. I'm not entirely sure of the day yet, but it's going to be for the railway in Winchester, which is an incredibly important place to me. And I think I'm going to do the first 3 years, ladies and gentlemen. So a bunch of super obscurantist shit. The thing is, there's quite a lot of venues that need help right now, so I've got to spread out these albums. First 3 years next week for the Railway Inn. I will post details as soon as I have them. Big shout out to everybody at Isolate Live as well for being part of the pre-show for this. We're going to try and loop that in a bit more next week as well. Thank you all for tuning in. This song is a complicated joke about time zones. Thank you very much. My name is Frank Turner. This song is called Jet Lag. I've heard it said the trick is to set your watch when you hit the plane, and that way you can trick the workings of a tired brain. But sometimes I feel sick, sometimes I just feel so drained, and cut down to the quick, and longing for that voice again. And on the phone, you always ask if I'm okay. It's not the same as being happy. I traveled 40,000 miles last year, and now I'm working on the same again. I fell for 15 different girls and nearly lost all of my friends. Why I'm jet set, jet lag, jaded, always 16 hours ahead. Quietly reminding me of how I used to be. And airports make me sad, Sure, they shouldn't all be the same. They're just landing pads for boring tourist shopping chains. Remember times we had, drinking while we wait for your plane, feeling kinda bad, wondering which one of us had changed, because we used to be slick with supple young hips, romantic young kissable lips, unbearably sharp, unbreakable hearts, wide eyes and faith in life could never pull us apart if we were okay. But distance kills the best of intentions. I never intended to be this way. I traveled 14,000 miles last year, and now I'm working on the same again. I fell for 15 different girls and nearly lost all of my friends. Oh, I am jet set, jet lag, jaded. You're always 16 hours ahead, quietly reminding me of how I used to be. Oh, I'm trying to remember how I used to be. I used to be slick. Thank you so much. Independently Love Volume 2 is complete. Love Iron Song in full next week, the first 3 years, and then the week after that, the week after that, the week after that. We'll keep busy. Thank you so much for tuning in. There is the link. The link is also there on the side. Am I pointing the right way? Yeah, the link's right there as well. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for tuning in, for donating. Big love to the joiners. And Sean McGowan, fuck you, dude.